try to get some momentum gained before the quarter is out. Comes the snap, and it's a running play up the middle. Eggy gets the call, and she has nowhere to go there, trapped up after a short game. Where it will be 3rd and long for the Fearless. The punting unit is coming out. Dice is coming out to make the kick. Unable to get any type of momentum. I mean, clearly when you lose a ball 12 yards on an over-the-head snap to Sawicki, just unable to make any type of momentum for this team. They're a really great team on the road, a really great team in those 2 games, and they are a great team. They just have to find the key to unlock some of this offense that they currently have and currently can have here at home in front of their home crowd. With the snap, Dice gets the ball. She's able to give it a big boot, and it gets almost over the head to the 50 to the Valkyries. And she is tackled there at the 44-yard line of the Fearless. Obed gets the ball and gets a short gain of 11 yards on the play, where their offense will then once again take over on the side of the Fearless. They've played all this second quarter on the half side of the Fearless. Clearly no success for the defense, but however, meaning great momentum and great opportunity for the Saskatoon Valkyries here. Olsen calling for the snap with motion in the backfield. Empty backfield with a sweep play to the close side here. He gets tackled there. Bit of a rough tackle, but nonetheless. Both coaches here showing a bit of choice language. Nonetheless, it is 2nd and 7 here for the Valkyries. Passing play for Olsen, gets it up in the air, and it gets deflected and just out of the reach. Milani making the play there for the Fearless. It's going to be 3rd down with the first punt of the second quarter for the Valkyries. 2:36 left in the second here. Great defensive stop by the Fearless. Lots of confusion going on here on the field. Officials are together, seeing what's going on. Third down and 7 here on the. Here comes the punt. Trying to pin them in deep, and they do. Ball gets back. Great catch there by Shogo, I believe it is. Tries to get to the wide side, and she is tackled. So that was a bit. Lalonde with the tackle from the Valkyries. It'll be 1st and 10 deep inside the 20 for the Manitoba Fearless. Hopefully we can get something going here before the quarter's out, before we reach halftime. Sure, there will be some sort of conversation by the Fearless coaches at halftime to see if they can right the ship, so to speak, and get some opportunity offensively and defensively to make this a game here in the second half. Nonetheless, a quick score here at the end of the second quarter would also help. Running play there up the middle, getting a short gain for the Fearless. Alegi again once with the play. Gain of 5 yards. 2nd and 5 will be the play here. Getting close to 2:12 here in the second quarter remaining. Fearless looking to try to gain a couple of first downs here and gather some momentum, as we said. Timeout is called by Manitoba Fearless coaches. Looking for a bit of a change in play. They didn't like what they saw. They realized the importance of getting this first down, so they're able to get some momentum back and also get some field possession back. They have played this entire game, entire second quarter for sure, in their half of the field, which is very difficult to gather any type of momentum. So Sawicki meeting with the coach, trying to get some last-minute discussions in, see if they can get the right play. Madison Sawicki only had 2 completions thus far in the first half. Hasn't thrown the ball much. There's been a lot of play, a lot of running plays to number 20, Haliegi, who has tried to gather as much momentum as possible. Just every time they're running the ball, it's been a quick 3 or 4 yard gain, and the Valkyries have definitely swallowed up this offensive play for the Fearless. 2nd and 6, as mentioned, 2:12 left in the half. Sawicki makes the call, gets the pitch to Eggie. Eggie making a couple dodges, but just can't get any more past the 25-yard line. And she's swallowed up for a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down, 3 to go. We have the punting unit coming on yet again for the Fearless. 3rd and 3 with 1:55 remaining in the second quarter. 28-0 is the score for the Saskatoon Valkyries, the visiting team, showing no mercy in this game. Controlling, swallowing, basically enveloping. I don't know if that word's ever used on a highlight. I'm using it today. It's enveloping. They're sticking the card in the envelope and they're not letting it out. They're stifling. I'm going to come up with more adjectives in the second half, I promise you. But it's been a great defensive play by the Valkyries, keeping the Fearless off the scoreboard all quarter and all half. And it's captured there by number 8, and it's tackled inside the 35, outside the 37-yard line by Ricky Obed, another player that's been all over the field as well for the Valkyries. Sarah Milani getting her name mentioned for the first time this afternoon, making the stop on the punt return. 1st and 10 here for the Valkyries. Let's see if Alex Jolfsson goes to the air or goes to the running game here on the first play. 1st and 10. Before this quarter is out, they'd like to maybe put up another 7 and get this game more out of reach. Going pass. She looks deep and she's got a wide open play, and it's incomplete is the call. And there is no call on the play. Number 10 for the Valkyries was the intended receiver, Danielle Girolami. And it was incomplete there. Could have been a bit of a PI call, however, there was none on the play. The Saskatoon coaches were definitely throwing their arms up in the air. But no call, it's okay. 2nd and 10 here on the 37-yard line of the Fearless. With the snap, here comes another passing play for Alex. He's looking for the same receiver, and she goes deep as well, and it's being thrown. And it's almost caught, but incomplete. Number 84, Rachel Smith, was the intended target there. She had it in her hand. She was turned around like a corkscrew, then turned the other way like the other corkscrew. Just couldn't come down with the play. It's 3rd and 10, 3rd and long. The punting team is coming out once again for the Valkyries.
They had 11 up last time. Happy blue. Happy blue.
With the snap, Rayo gets the ball and gets the ball punted. Very nice punt. Bit of a dribble there, by a couple of more dribbles. And down goes the Fearless player, number 71, Sarah Milani. She's unable to control that punt. Pinned in deep yet again on the 10-yard line is the Fearless, with just 56 seconds remaining here in the half. The Valkyries doing a great job on both sides of the ball, as well as with their special teams, pinning the Fearless team deep in their end several times, and just unable to allow them to get any type of momentum in this game. But nonetheless, the Fearless still trying hard, still playing hard, looking to gather maybe a long score here before the quarter is out, before the half is out. Sawicki gets the call, gets the ball, and quickly pinned in is number 20, Haliegi, yet again at the 10-yard line, where it'll be second and long. And we have a timeout called by Saskatoon here with the second and long play. 50.5 seconds left. 28-0 is our score. Clearly, we are a little bit baffled, only to say that the Manitoba Fearless need to find some way, somehow, to develop some kind of offense, at least to get onto the other side of half the field, because they haven't seen it all quarter. And clearly there's going to be some discussions between the coaching staff and the players here on how to correct what's going on here in the first half. Game is certainly not out of reach. I mean, you always say when one team can score what they can in one half, you can score the same in the second half. So lots of game left. It's a very exciting game, this Winnipeg, or this women's Western CFL action. Very fast, very quick scoring. Sawicki with the handoff to Eggie yet again. She goes wide, and she's met there in the backfield with a loss. That is number 85. Sorry, number 95, Emery Dale, with the tackle in the backfield. Nines look like eights from far away. I'm sorry about that, everyone. But thank you for watching us on all of our network actions on ASTV, whether it be Facebook, whether it be YouTube, Instagram. We really appreciate watching us live. We love doing these games for you. Love to see this great action on a Sunday afternoon. Getting the water out to the players. Third down here and long, 3rd and 12. Tice with the punt yet again. I think it's 6th punt already in the half. The Valkyries are standing at the 40, awaiting to receive this punt. And she goes for the knee for the safety to get an extra 2 points. Probably a safer call as opposed to giving up a 7 at the end of the half. It's 30 now, nothing. 30-0. 41 seconds left here in the half. So after the safety is called, then I guess they elect to go on offense immediately, as opposed to getting a punt off by the team that just took the safety. This is a new rule for me. So what's happening here is on the 35-yard line, the Valkyries will start. I guess they wanted to see what it was like on their own half of the field, because it hadn't been there all quarter. So they elected to do that. It'll be 1st and 10. 41 seconds here. Alexi Olsen looking to get the snap. There will be some motion in the backfield. Both running backs take off. Looks like a sweep here, and the ball gets snapped low. The Olsen has to run it to the far side. He's able to get a couple of yards and then some. With a flag down on the play. Play will stop. The player did go out of bounds as well. So let's see which way the flag goes. Trying to run this play out, run this clock up without any more harm, hopefully, for the Valkyries. We're going to offside call on the Valkyries. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, bringing them back. 1st and 15 will be the play if they elect to keep it. And they do decide to march them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Valkyries on their 30. 34.5 seconds remaining. Here in the Western Women's CFL action between Saskatoon and the Manitoba Fearless on ASTV. I want to thank Super 8 West for sponsoring this game. There's a run play to number 88. Great tackle there. Sarah Wright tried to run, but she was met there right away by number 37, Nura Muhindo, defensive lineman for the Fearless. A great response, great read on the play, and she makes the tackle for a loss there. Or sorry, a short gain of 2. It still is 2nd and 13 for the Valkyries as this quarter winds down. Under 14 seconds remaining now. Olsen gets the ball with a running play to number 22, the stop and go. And she takes off like she stole something. She just stole the rock from her quarterback and took it all the way to half as number 22. Sam Matheson, she put the brakes on and then waited for the hole to show up, and then boom, she just takes it 25 yards and then some to midfield, and that will end the second quarter. It'll end the first half for us here on ASTV. 30-0 is the score. We'll be right back with an interview with one of the players with Saskatoon and a quick word from some of our sponsors here on the Amateur Sports TV Network. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate could take your travel budget and send it packing. Before you choose a mortgage, take a second look. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today. If you take the biggest mortgage you can get, you might find your budget can't support other important costs, like buying furniture. Don't let your mortgage weigh you down. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today.
In the middle of the half, 30-0 is the score between Saskatoon and the Valkyries, taking it to the Manitoba Fearless, who are also 2-0. With me right now is head quarterback, leading quarterback, number 1 quarterback, number 14, Alex Elfson. Did I say that last name right? Elfson, I apologize. Very good. Tell us a little about yourself, Alex. How you got into football, and more importantly, how did you join Saskatoon?
I grew up with football all my life, and then all my coaches and older girls on my team played, so that's kind of how I got into it. And Jeff Yowzy was the head coach a couple years ago, and he brought me.
So how many years have you been with this squad?
My fourth year.
Fourth year. You played quarterback the entire year?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we kind of see some of the prowess of what you bring to this team. I mean, great run-pass option. What do you prefer, the running game or the passing game?
Well, I always like to throw, but it's fun to run here and there. Especially
We definitely saw the speed on the wideouts, a couple of missed opportunities, but nonetheless, I think he had 45 yards on the ground and several great passes, a couple of touchdowns as well. How was your receiving core this year compared to the previous year?
Yeah, we have a great group of girls. A lot of play flag too, so that's nothing too new for them, just the tackling part. So, yeah, no, they're awesome. This team's great.
So does most of the flag program generate most of those players for the tackle program later on, or is it just something where you have a lot of friends just playing there and running too?
Yeah, kind of friends and some, just some. It kind of depends, but definitely get some play girls for sure.
With this short season, the Valkyrie team is definitely taking advantage. I mean, you're 2-0 with 1 on the third win. What do you look for in those playoffs kind of compared to those games?
Just every practice the same, keeping up the intensity. Everyone just do their job and stay focused, and just like keep going up. Like we want to keep getting better.
Absolutely. Good. That's a great answer. Always building on what you've done prior to. I've got to ask you, Alex, what do you do off the field? What do you enjoy to do? Things that kind of keep your mind busy, not football-wise.
I play basketball. I'm graduating from kinesiology. I like to snowboard a bit and stuff like that.
So kinesiology at Regina?
In Saskatoon. Yeah, I'm graduating in June.
Congratulations. Anything to be kinesiologist afterwards then, or is going further apart?
I'm taking a year off, but I want to apply to physio, I think.
Very good. Well, congratulations. Congratulations on the score. You said you might be playing the second half. You might not. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Great job, though. You've given your team a fantastic opportunity here. Any last words you want to say hi to anybody?
Hi, Mom and Dad.
There we go. Alex, star quarterback for the Valkyries. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back with the second half highlights, or sorry, the first half highlights, the second half, as well as we'll look and see what has to happen for both teams to remain victorious here on ASTV.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate could take your travel budget and send it packing. Before you choose a mortgage, take a second look. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today. If you take the biggest mortgage you can get, you might find your budget can't support other important costs, like buying furniture. Don't let your mortgage weigh you down. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today. If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate could take your travel budget and send it packing. Before you choose a mortgage, take a second look. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today. If you take the biggest mortgage you can get, you might find your budget can't support other important costs, like buying furniture. Don't let your mortgage weigh you down. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
Back live here with the second half. The score hasn't changed in the middle of the half here. 30-0 is the score. We're seeing a couple of new players for the Valkyries warming up the throwing arms. As mentioned in the halftime with Alex Ilson, she might be taking the second half off. She's already mustered up 30 points for her home team in Saskatoon, or from Saskatoon. We have number 10 and number 17 respectively for the Valkyries. That's Danielle Girolani and Haley Girolami, sisters I'm assuming, or cousins. We'll go with sisters. Warming up the throwing arms. So Alex might have the second half off as she watches from the sidelines. The key to that first half brought to you by our friends at Super 8 West. The fact that the Manitoba Fearless just were unsuccessful to get out of their own end and they had to play the entire second quarter in their half did not pose well for them going into gathering any type of momentum for their offense. And their offense has been struggling here all day long. This is the first time this season that the Fearless have been left scoreless in any half, let alone any quarter. So the Valkyries have done a great job defensively, and they've answered the bell offensively as well, scoring with the run and 2 with the pass. Alex, great completion rate, over 50% as well. 2 touchdown passes. So here we are with the second half. The third quarter here, brought to you by Case Financial. Kickoff is there, and it goes to Ashanti Shiovo. She gets a bit of space, a bit of room, and a bit of air. She gets tackled there quickly at the 40-yard line, or just before the 40-yard line, by a swarm of green jerseys. A lot of what we've seen previous to. 1st and 10 will be the play here for the Fearless. Madison Sawicki coming onto the field, quarterback. A lot of running plays there by Hallie Eggy in the first half. We'll see if that offense changes here in the third quarter. We'll see what they're able to start here, just short of the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, first play of scrimmage for the Fearless here in the third quarter. High snap, and it is the same as what we've seen. Eggy finds a hole, and she's able to escape, and she gets past the 50 to the 52-yard line, where she's high tackled there for a gain of 12. It will be 1st and 10. More running game for the Fearless, sticking with what works. 1st and 10 is the play here on the 52. Another high snap again going to Eggy. Finds the right side, and she gets tackled there for a short gain. Just 2 on the play, short of midfield at the 54-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 here for the Fearless. 2 running plays thus far in the first part of the second half here. Not that the Valkyries are really holding back on him. It's the first 2 plays, but they're definitely seeing how this offense is going to start mustering for the Fearless, and I believe they're going to start attacking at will. Very short. Sawicki looks for the pass. He gets it up in the air, and it's incomplete there by Eggy. The ball kind of hung up there in the air for several extra seconds, and the DB was able to get in there and make sure that it was disrupted before any completion could occur. 3rd down and 7 is the call here, and the Fearless bring out the punting team for the first time in the third quarter. Number 47, Brooklyn Dice, counting the players to make sure everybody's in play. Here comes the punt here for the Fearless. And it's low, and it gets outside the block. Luckily, takes a couple of bounces. Number 8, Ricky Obed gets the ball, and she is tackled there. With a good return to the 36. There's a flag down yet again. A little bit of laundry. There'll be a no yards call on the Fearless. A 5-yard penalty, being the ball 5 yards up. It'll be 1st and 10 for Saskatoon. Their first chance with the ball. And a new quarterback, I believe, will be number 12. Reed Thorsted. I believe that's number 12. She did play wide receiver as well. And Alex, in the halftime interview with us, told us that there was a chance that she would take the second half off. And Reed does play wide receiver as well, so she has been in play here. Very loud with the play call. You know where it's coming. And there is Matheson with that quick turn and that quick cut. She's got speed. She's rolling and hustling over midfield to the 45-yard line. Running with a purpose, rebel with a cause. Matheson, number 22, with a great gain over the 50-yard line, marching that ball right into Fearless territory. Again, she had that stop and go. Very Sanders-like, almost. Haven't seen running like that since the late 90s. Great run, nonetheless, by the Valkyrie offense. There comes a pass over to right, and a great reception there by the receiver, number 85, Kelsey Murphy. First throw attempt for Thorsted, and completion. It will be second down. And short. We've got a player down for the Fearless. Looks like it's one of the DBs. We rarely see injuries on the field, but nonetheless, you have to admit the tackling and the abrasive play. And the reason why I use the word abrasive because it's not like flag football where you just grab a flag and you're done. These girls are going into scrums and there's some big knocks. They're tackling, they're tackling strong. They're going for the right tackles, and more importantly, it's a great effort by both squads here, offensively and defensively. Hopefully, it's not a serious injury. The trainers are attending to the player. We'll find out who it is in a second. The Valkyries sticking with a very balanced attack so far. One run, one pass. Lots of motion by both teams as well. Sticking to the game plan, doing very well. I'd also like to remind you, upcoming this week on ASTV, we have Monday night the Amateur Sports Show live at the hangar, 121 Squarefield. Where they've got some cool planes and some cool pool cues and some cool pool tables to play. We're going to have our boys Aaron and Keith McKnight there Monday night. And then Tuesday, we ship our stuff. This Monday. Number 70 was the injured player there for the Fearless. Nicole Drouin was able to walk out on her own. She looks like her hand or her right arm, is being attended to. I think she might have got it outstretched at the elbow. The trainers are holding onto it in the shoulder very diligently there. Hopefully it's not too serious of an injury. Second and short here for Thorsted and the Valkyries. As we get back to play. Running play there for number 89. Rumbling and stumbling, gets across the first yard marker all the way to the 25-yard line is Madison Blanchard. Sarah right there with the play. Large march to the 25-yard line, first and 10, right up the middle, a big hole for the Valkyrie running back. Thorsted making the loud call here yet again. Another pass, up in the air it comes, and incomplete, just underthrown there to number 85, Kelsey Murphy. Not enough air under that ball for Thorsted. It'll be second and 10 here at the 25-yard line. 11:05 remaining in the third quarter here.
Second and long, punt team get ready.
Three wideouts to the right side, one single to the left is Murphy. Thorsted makes the call for the ball, then comes a snap. It'll be a running play with number 22, Matheson. The stop and go yet again. She's trying to get more yards, just tackled there by number 71, Sarah Milani. Short of the 20-yard line. It'll be third down. Might be a field goal, looks like they might be close enough to try a field goal attempt here. But it looks like a punt. Yep, it will be a punt here by number 7, Rihanna Riev for the Valkyries. Positional kick here. Puts it dead on the 5. On the 4 it is. And it's picked up there by Milani, number 71, and she's quickly tackled inside, or just outside the 10-yard line, where it will be first and 10 for the Fearless. This third quarter is brought to you by Case Financial. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors here this afternoon from Maple Grove Park and Amateur Sports TV. The Valkyries holding on to a 30-0 lead against the Manitoba Fearless. Both teams 2-0 going into today's game. And both teams putting on a huge fight on the pitch, on the gridiron for us here this afternoon. First and 10 here, just at the 10-yard line. Sawicki still at the helm for the Fearless, has Eggy behind her. And here comes a running play for Ali Eggy. Puts the stall, puts the brakes in, she gets about 7 yards, getting to the 17-yard line where it'll be second and short for the Fearless. Getting the play from her coaches is number 18, Madison Sawicki. Going to the running game a lot today. About 80% of the plays have been a run option. Throwing here by the Manitoba quarterback. Second and 3 it is. Another running play to number 20. And we do get over 3 yards, so it should be a first down. No flags called. Yes, it will be first and 10 for the Fearless. The first down play for the home team. Ball is marked at the 22-yard line, so it was a gain of 5 here on their second down play. Wideouts on both sides, slots on the far side. One running back. Shiobo comes in option. Eggy with the reverse with Shiobo. A little bit of room. She gets a couple of tackles through, and then she is tackled at the 25-yard line by the Valkyrie squad, led there by number 59, Caroline Grisdale and Emery Dale. Both players very active on the defensive side for the Valkyries, following the play and not being fooled by the end around and the option there by Shiobo. She was running near side, but the pitch went behind and went to Haliegi instead. Nonetheless, we have a second down and 7 here for the Fearless. Just misses the tackle there in the back is number 33, Jamie Wingate. Jamie read that play, read like a book, just unable to squeeze onto the tackle. Short gain for the Fearless. They will be short and have third down and what looks like about a yard and a half. They're going to go for it here on third down. First time going for a third down conversion. Deep in their end, but they got to get some offense. They got to keep the wheels rolling, so to speak. They just can't hand the ball back to the Valkyries here. They got to get some points on the board. Looking for a play. A lot of players in the front. Eggy gets the ball. She finds some space on the ridge. She's got the first down and then some. She's rumbling and going all the way to the 50. Great run there by number 20. Hallie Eggy. Light offense in the Manitoba Fearless. Good march of 17 on the play. It'll be first and 10 for the Fearless. Just short of the 50 at the 49. She gets thrown out of bounds by the Valkyries. Largest play of the second half thus far for the home team. They look at first and 10 and looking forward to getting into Valkyrie territory here in the next play. With 6:55 left in the third quarter, Sawicki looks for a pass and she finds it, and it's intercepted there by number 95. Emery Dale read the play perfectly. There's a couple of fisticuffs and some shoulders thrown. Some very unhappy offensive players there for the Fearless. They have to control the emotions. That pass was intended for Ashanti Shiobo. Clearly she is a little bit upset by the play and the throw. Just unable to convert on that passing play for the Fearless. Number 95, Emery Dale, with the interception. She has been all over the field off defensively. A great play to stop that rush and stop that offense on the field, keep it, getting them off the field, and looking to add to that 30-0 score is Thorsted and this Valkyrie offense. Wideouts, 2 running backs, 2 slots looking to move on motion. Another pass, wide open, and just through the hands of Ricky Obed. Wide open was she, and it just went through her hands. It was a great throw by the second-hand quarterback, number 12, Reed Thorsted. Tight spiral, and very fortunate to have that throw amongst the wind here, moving east to west. That Kenora wind helping those drivers drive home from the cottages this Sunday afternoon. They're driving from Portage into Winnipeg. Gonna have to hit the gas station on the way home. Nonetheless, second and long. Thorsted gets the snap, gets it to Matheson. Matheson running with some steam to the wide end. She's got the edge and then some. Over the 30 to the 25. She stays in bounds just after the 25. It's Sam Matheson, number 22, for the Valkyries. A great run there yet again. She had extra steam running around the edge and beat the fearless tacklers on the far side of the field and was able to gather all the way to the 24-yard line. First and 10 for the Valkyries as they start storming into the red zone of the fearless here, looking to add to that 30-0 score. 5:47 here in the third quarter. Thorsted with the snap, looking to pass, and she does. Finds right on stale is number 84, Michelle Smith. Great pitch and catch, short. I guess you'd call that one of those sprint runs, sprint passes to the middle of the field, right on target. The great thing you've seen about the Valkyrie offense is when they throw the ball, it's in stride. They don't have to have the receivers stop so much to lose their momentum and their speed, especially in the middle of the field. These sprints and these quick ins are working well for the visiting team. The second and short. Dorsey gets it to Matheson. Matheson looking to get to the wide side, and she does. Oh, there's some laundry, and we think it's a hold on the number 5 there. Sam Matheson does get the first down. Let's see how the official calls this play. It is a hold against the offense. Again, one of these new rules where if the play reached the first down first, does it count or will it be marched back as a second down? So, from what the head official has marked, it will be a second down and 12 from the 25 here for the Valkyries. Second and 12. A great run there by Matheson, negated by the holding call on the right guard, right tackle of the Valkyrie offensive line.
You know how protected I am, Rex. You know.
With the snap, Thorsted. A lot of players on empty backfield looking for it. She does. Another draw play to Matheson. Matheson gathers a bit of speed and she's tackled there at the 15 by number 47. Brooklyn Dice kicking the ball, making tackles. Doing a great job on that defense of the Manitoba Fearless, holding them short. It will be third down and short, third down and 2 for the Valkyries. They look like they're going to go for it here. Thorsted stays out there with Matheson and number 5, who I don't have on my score sheet. It says Corey Thorsted if she's a quarterback. Matheson gets the ball and she gets brought down in the backfield, loses the ball. There's a scrum for it. Was the play called first? We'll wait and see from the officials. Nonetheless, it will be a turnover on downs for the Fearless. They hold the Valkyries away from that first down and away from a touchdown to make the lead even larger. It'll be first and 10. A great tackle by Brooklyn Dice, number 47 yet again. First and 10 for the Fearless on the 24-yard line for the Fearless. See if they can muster a couple of first downs here and start marching as we get close to the the third quarter. 3:35 left here in the third, brought to you by Case Financial. Game today brought to you by Super 8 West. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors this afternoon here on ASTV. Sawicki looking for a throw, and it's caught but then dropped by number 20, Hallie Eggy. She's catching the ball, she's running the ball, she's trying to do almost everything. Just incomplete there by Madison Sawicki. It'll be second down and 10 on the 20-yard line. Sorry, the 19. Fearless here, Sawicki looking for a ball, she gets it thrown. And again, once again, incomplete there. Thrown to Eggy, incomplete there, interrupted by Natasha Englot. Sorry, Beth Lalonde, the linebacker of the Valkyries. Punt team is coming on for the Fearless here, 3rd and long. Reed Thorsted, the quarterback for the Valkyries, looking to come back on the field. She's done a great job throwing the ball and controlling that run game, using number 22, Sam Matheson, a great deal. A lot of speed, and a very hard person to tackle when she has the rock between her hands. So Thorsted and the offense looking to come back on the field. Brooklyn Dice with the punt here. Inside her 10, she stands. And a good punt it is, right to Obed, through her hands yet again. She stops it. We've got flag on the play, and she gets wrapped up there by number 12, Taylor Post, at the 47. See what this flag is going to become here in a couple of seconds from the head official as they convene. It's a holding call on the Valkyries, so the ball will come back another 10. And they will start 1st and 10 just on their side of midfield. Number 12, Reed Thorsted, still at the helm, taking over from Alex Yolson, who had a splendid first half for the Valkyries, putting up 30 points. Bit of a stalemate here in the 3rd quarter. 2:22 left in the 3rd here. 30-0 is our score. Thorsted waiting for the snap. Players in motion. Pass is complete there to number 89, I believe that is, for her first reception of the night, Madison Blanchard. Gain of about 5 yards there. 2nd and 5 for the Valkyries. A huge cheer for the Valkyrie team. Madison had a great catch there for 5 yards, held on to the ball, and she was quickly tackled by the Fearless. It'll be 2nd and 5 here at the 52. Thorsted with the keep, and the ball goes to number 88. And a great steam and a great push through the pocket. Finding a seam is number 88, Sarah Wright. Getting to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Valkyries as they continue to march here. 1 pass, 1 run thus far on this drive. Everything seems to be working for the team in green. The green machine is definitely marching down the field at will. Able to run, able to pass on all fronts. Everybody's getting involved in the play here. Thorsted looking for another pass yet again. Throws it up. Gets it to number 89 there with the beautiful pink shoes. Is Madison. Oh, bit of a gang tackle there. Let's see what happens as we unclutter everything.
Hey, good job, Madison!
Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 for the Valkyries. Thorsted with the handoff to Sarah Murphy yet again. She's able to run through past the 25 to the 22-yard line, where we will have 1st and 10 again for Saskatoon. A great run yet again. The O-line for that Valkyrie squad is finding seams and making massive holes for this running team. And if they're not finding holes in the middle, Sam Matheson and Sarah Murphy have found the lanes to the outside, around the bends, if you will, circling the wagons to the outside and finding great runs on the wide sides. The Valkyrie running backs doing a great bit of damage all game long. Thorsten passes over to her sister, number 5, and she's quickly tackled in the backfield by number 36 for the Fearless. That is Isabel McDonald, linebacker. And that is the end of the fourth quarter with your score 30-0 for the Saskatoon Valkyries. Really just taking it to the Manitoba Fearless team. They'll switch ends. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with fourth quarter action here on ASTV.
If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate could take your travel budget and send it packing. Before you choose a mortgage, take a second look. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today. If you take the biggest mortgage you can get, you might find your budget can't support other important costs, like buying furniture. Don't let your mortgage weigh you down. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today.
Fourth quarter here brought to you by Collins down in Pilot Mountain, Manitoba. A great place to have a stay if you're out in the neck of the woods, as well as Weiser's right beside the hotel. Fourth quarter action, Thorsten still at the helm for the Valkyries. Second down and long, and it's almost intercepted by number 12 for the Fearless. Taylor Post stepped in to that throwing lane, and she held on to it. She could have been off to the races all the way down the green, beautiful pasture. We could have put 6 up on the board for the Fearless, but able to hold on to it. It'll be third and long for the Valkyries. Looks like it'll be a hunting situation yet again for Rayanne Ruev, who is just outside of her field goal opportunity. It's just outside of 34 yards, 37 yards would be the opportunity. Just a bit too far to try. Here comes the punt by the Valkyries, the directional punt yet again to the far side. And right around the 10-yard line or 15-yard line, it'll be first and 10 for the Manitoba Fearless as they come onto the field here to start the fourth quarter, deep in their end. Once again, brought to you by Collins. I want to thank all of our sponsors here on ASTV for helping us out with this afternoon's game. Good fan showing tonight here at Maple Grove Park. Lots of different sports here at Maple Grove. We got soccer, football, volleyball, everything, and rugby. Of course, the rugby. The rugby boys will be added. Well, they were added last weekend. They'll be added next weekend too. It should be a good time. Provincials will be here next weekend. Both the men and the women will be here. High school as well. Running play for the Fearless, getting to the 23-yard line is Hallie Eggy. A short second down and 2 here for the Fearless. Lots of rugby action next weekend. It should be a good one. High school, senior, men's, women's. You like your rugby, you like your scrums. Definitely come and check it out here at Maple Grove Park. But this afternoon we got the Fearless. They're marching here second and 2 at the 23-yard line. They are. Sawicki looking for the call. Makes the handoff to number 20, Eggy again. A couple of scenes she gets quickly wrapped up just over the 25-yard line by a swarm of Valkyries yet again. But she is able to get first down yardage. They'll move the sticks. It'll be first and 10 at the 27. We have an injured Valkyrie player. Coming off the field for the Valkyries. Defensive line has got a bit of an issue with some of her gear, the equipment. Sawicki making the call here. Looking for a pass and she gets it. Bit of a flutter, underthrown to Shanti Shiovo. She was just off to the races if that ball had a bit more air. Unfortunately, it kind of died before it could get to her. Second down and 10 will be the call. There is a flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike roughing the passer against the Valkyries. Madison Sawicki was hit a little bit after the play. There will be a Penalty against the Valkyries. 15 yards is the march. It'll be an automatic first down as well here for the Fearless. Again, getting some help from the penalties.
Be disciplined. Here we go. Be disciplined.
43-yard line. High snap yet again, gets it to Eggy. Eggy finds a seam or two and marches all the way up almost the first down yardage to the 52-53-yard line. She is met by a couple of defensive backs, including Rayanne Rev, number 7. And they do get enough for the first down. It'll be first and 10 for the Fearless here. 12:42 left in the fourth quarter. Eggy's getting a lot of playing time, a lot of running plays. Finally seeing some positive yards. She gets the ball yet again. She gets tackled there immediately by a swarm of Valkyries. Number 44 in that pack, Denise Kowalski, among others. 3 or 4 players usually having to take down Eggy, and stopping her momentum right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second and 10 for the Fearless, looking to get on the other side of half for the fourth quarter. As the players come to line, we have 2 wideouts either sides, 2 running backs, 2 slots. And looking for motion, here it comes. So we're looking to throw the ball. She throws it up, and it's out there. First catch of the day for number 3, Ashanti Chiolo. And a flag comes out late on the play. Let's see what happens here. I think it might be against the Fearless here, number 28. Julie Sprague. That was the longest reception for the Fearless. The first reception for Chioma. There is a penalty against number 25, Sprague, but the first down was collected. Therefore, we'll see first and 10 at the 52. Because the play was longer than 9 yards, so they get the difference in the play added on to the original line of scrimmage. Ricky with the pass. Looking to throw, and she makes the throw, but it's short. Second and 10 will be the passes to number 5, Marta Burrell. Here you go. Still second and 10. Defense very stifling here for the Valkyries. Still haven't let up a score. First time that the Manitoba Fearless this year have been shut out for 3 quarters. Looking to put some points on the board here in the fourth. Motion. Switchy gets the ball to Eggy. Eggy's able to get through the seam. She gets some running room. And finally gets brought down over the 40-yard line to the 39. Where she is met by a couple of Valkyries. First and 10 will be for the Fearless. They look to march as far as the closest they've been to the end line for the Valkyries here all game. Zwicky getting her call from her quarterback's coach, her head coach here for the Fearless.
Playing hard. There we go.
Two wide outs in the back. She gathers more speed over the 35 to the 34-yard line. Number 33 for the Valkyries, Jamie Wingate, could have had a high tackle, almost a face mask call, if you will. Had to slow down Hallie Eggy in the backfield, unless she's able to gain 5 on the play, sorry. It'll be 6, second and 5 here at the 34-yard line for the Fearless. Very close, that could have been a face mask call by the Valkyries. Play is winding down, 9:58 here in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Collins, down in Pottstown, Manitoba. There's a snap. Sawicki, another high snap. Looking to throw the ball deep, and she does, and it's just out of the reach of her wide receiver there. Hallie Botha was the intended receiver there. No, Emily Madaw, my apologies. Emily Madaw just out of the fingertips That pass from Sawicki. It'll be third down, and the punting unit comes on. They'll be punting from the 34-yard line. They'll have to try to pin the Valkyrie here. Team number 8, Obed, and number 85, Kelsey Murphy, in the back, looking to receive this punt from Brooklyn Dice. Knuckle punch. It's a dribbler. Getting a bit of air and then stopping at the 25-yard line. Just out of bounds he goes. Partially blocked perhaps. But nonetheless, some positive yardage. Both teams swap offense to defense. Gorstead still in control of the Valkyrie offensive quarterback. Getting some last-minute instructions from the coaches here on the sidelines. 9:28 in the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Manitoba Fearless are able to rally up and get a 2-and-out so they get the ball back on offense. Some points on the board. Thorson, 2 running backs, 2 slots on the close end here. In motion comes everyone. And the snap and the toss to Murphy. He gets slowed down quickly and she gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. Sarah Wright gets slowed down there.
Keep walking, Bob. Get ready.
Thorstead has the offense set here, second and long, 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Looking for a passing play, and she has it. It's almost completed by number 10, Danielle Girolami. Again, one of those instances where you started running without the football. Incomplete is the play. 3rd and long, 2-and-out for the Fearless. They look to get the ball back as Sarah Milani heads back. The defensive back sits at midfield to receive the punt here by the Valkyrie. Matheson doing double duty as she's going to punt the ball. Didn't get a running play there, but she's going to punt it here for the Valkyries. Punt is up. Good boot all the way to midfield. This makes the dead end at the 50. Bit of backspin to the 47 is Milani. Milani gets quickly wrapped up there at the 53-yard line. We have another player down for the Fearless. We'll see who that is in just a second. 1st and 10 for the Fearless here. 53-yard line. 8:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. 30-0 is still the score. Nothing has really changed in the second half here. Just lots of great football action, a little more even action here in the second half. Play has been on both sides. I have to say the Fearless have been trying extra efforts here to try and get into that end zone. They can try to make that goose egg a non-goose egg. But the Valkyries have been very stifling, stopping the offense just large enough to keep it a 0 score. A lot of great effort on the field by both squads. I'd like to thank everyone to support the WWCFL. There will be a lot more great action coming up here in the future. The Fearless and the Wolfpack will be taking a game on together June 1st, and that'll take it on at IG Field, the new named IG Field, because we couldn't say Investors Group Field anymore. They just want to call it IG Field now, so that's the case as well. Next weekend, we have high school provincial rugby live on the ASTV network on all of our platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Here from Maple Grove Park, a lot of great action. If you like the rugby, if you like the women's football, go support the teams and go enjoy that wonderful sports action next weekend here in Winnipeg on the south side at Maple Grove Park and IG Field. And on the following weekend, June 9th, the Manitoba Fearless will be hosting a playoff game in the Western Women's CFL. That team has yet to be determined. Still awaiting some results for the remainder of the divisions. There are 4 teams in this division, 2 from Saskatchewan, 2 from Winnipeg, and then on the west side there's Alberta teams. So a lot of great action will be going on here in this coming day. We'll get the final results to you as soon as we get them, and then we will have some teams set for who's going to play in the first round of the playoffs in the near future. Fearless will be on the sports show with us tomorrow. We'll have a quick talk with them and see what has to be corrected before they hit the playoffs, as well as that tune-up game on June the 1st against the Wolfpack. We don't know who yet is on the field injured for the Fearless, but we will find out as soon as we can. Highlighted players for the Fearless this afternoon. Brooklyn Dice has been very busy punting the ball as well as doing her best duties on the defensive line. Madison Sawicki and Hallie Eggy have been doing most of the work on the offense, getting and marching the ball down with the run plays. However, it's been mostly the offense led by Alex Yolson and Reed Thorsten. Both quarterback pivots have been able to throw at will, run at will, and control at will the offense for the Saskatoon Valkyries. And as they're waiting for players to be helped off the field, she's still laying down there. Hopefully she's okay. Tomorrow night's show, the sports show, we will speak with Patrick Ryan with Rugby Manitoba and what's going on this upcoming weekend with him and the provincials. The senior baseball opens and the junior baseball season is finally in full swing. Junior baseball action available Wednesdays and usually double headers on the weekends. We'll also get a special guest from Basketball Manitoba, Michael Anderson, and AAA Baseball Winnipeg. The Manitoba Fearless will also join us, talk about today's game and perhaps what they're looking forward to. Probably what they're going to look forward to, because this game really has not much going right for them. Having been a 30-0 game for the Fearless, you don't like to see injuries like this happen. Hopefully it's not too serious, but we are getting where there's some more trainers and more help is being brought to the field. So we talked about the baseball. We also have the president of Softball Manitoba joining us to talk about provincials and westerns. And if you're into karting, we've got this amazing little 8-year-old, I'm telling you. I think he's watched Days of Thunder perhaps 50 times. We'll have to watch him. We'll have to ask him, because if Rubbin is racing, then this guy knows what he's doing, from the Karting Association. Check out this little 8-year-old guy we're going to have with us tomorrow night on the sports show. Love to hear what he has to say. And then lastly, with the sticks, the Manitoba Blizzard and Lacrosse, they're going to introduce us to what's happening in the upcoming months for Manitoba Lacrosse. There's also Nationals coming up in August, so we'll start with that one in the near future. And hey, you never know what's going to happen on Amateur Sports TV. We do all the sports. If it's something good, something bad, we'll do them all. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the rest of the fourth quarter here on ASTV.
If you take the first mortgage you're offered, a high interest rate could take your travel budget and send it packing. Before you choose a mortgage, take a second look. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today. If you take the biggest mortgage you can get, you might find your budget can't support other important costs, like buying furniture. Don't let your mortgage weigh you down. Get serious about your mortgage. Contact Case Financial Group today.
The 4 Points by Sheraton, Winnipeg South. Conveniently located on South Pembina Highway near the Trans-Canada Bypass and 1 hour from the U.S. border crossing. Offering a saltwater pool, hot tub, 24-hour fitness center, restaurant, and lounge.
We haven't left here.
We're back here, 8:10 left in the fourth quarter. We still have an injured Manitoba Fearless player on the field after that punt. We are still waiting to see whether or not the game will reconvene. The player on the field, we don't know who it is exactly yet. However, we are waiting to see if more medical attention is required. The officials are waiting at the midfield area on the 47-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Valkyries. We are just awaiting to see whether or not play will resume shortly. You're on the ASTV network here with Theo Tukuluk. Game brought to you by Super 8 West.
At Super 8 Winnipeg West, we have your comfort in mind with free Wi-Fi and free daily Superstart breakfast. We also have guest laundry facilities, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and a jetted hot tub. Sleep well in a spacious guest room equipped with plush new bedding, a 50-inch flat-screen HD TV, microwave, mini refrigerator, and Keurig coffee maker. Or book a suite with a kitchen, ideal for extended stays. Super 8 Winnipeg West, located just inside the perimeter on Portage Avenue.
Back with you at Maple Grove Park here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, where the score is 30-0. We've had a bit of a delay here, only because we have an injured Manitoba Fearless player on the field after that punt return, that punt by the Fearless player did go down and has been motionless since. We do have some extra medical attention coming here from the boys in blue, and hopefully we can resume this game sooner than later. However, we do want to make sure we're taking the proper steps and the precautionary measures to make sure that the player is being taken care of properly, as well as with the right measures. So stay tuned with us here and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
We We just heard word that it is number 37 for the Manitoba Fearless, Nura Muhindo. She has been laying motionless on her front side for the last 15 minutes or so, and the ambulance has just shown up. We'll see if we can gain some proper attention medically for her and make sure she is taken care of appropriately by the proper paramedic services. We want to thank you very much for hanging on with us during this delay. We hope that it's not a serious injury, and we'll be back with you as soon as we can on ASTV.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Back live here at Maple Grove Park here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The Fearless down 30-0 to the Saskatoon Valkyries. Number 37, Nora Mahindo, who's just been able to put on a stretcher, and she's in the back of the ambulance. So hopefully she is getting some proper and well-needed attention for that injury on that punt we last had on air. Joining me live right now from the previous game that was at the other side of the city, where the Wolfpack and the riot were taking place. Good friend of mine, fellow commentator, and one that knows a lot about football, Matthias Muy Bueno. Matthias, thanks for joining us here. Thanks for driving across and joining me, for keeping me company for the last 8 minutes of this game. Tell me, what happened across the way there with the Wolfpack?
Well, Theo, thanks for the introduction. And I must say that it was a really tough outing again for the Wolfpack. That the Regina Riot held no a 6-0 blowout of the Wolfpack and them picking up their first win, but Wolfpack unfortunately still looking for a score and a win, and facing crosstown rivals Manitoba Fearless here next week. It's IGF.
That's correct. I mean, both Winnipeg teams will take place here in a match June the 1st at IG Field. Both teams from Winnipeg, the Fearless and the Wolfpack, have always said how strong the Saskatchewan teams have been in recent years, and clearly in today's games we've seen the cream rise to the top, the oil separate from the water, if you will, in both Saskatchewan squads blanking right now, both Manitoba squads. And come to playoff time, there's going to have to be some correction and some change of strategy, if you will, for the Fearless as they take on whomever June the 1st.
That is true, Leo, and Theo, as you can see, it's really tough as time goes on with mixing up strategies, because a lot of teams carry a run-heavy offense, and if the passing game is struggling during any course of a game for any team, then it's really a tough outing for that team overall, because your defense is going to eventually break over time, and not having a balanced attack really pits you in a one-dimensional frame of mind that's going to be easy for the defense to pick you apart.
Speaking of one-dimensional, it's been clearly for both Saskatchewan squads here playing on the offense for the most part, as well as playing on the offensive side of the field. Probably in your game, as the score was saying, 63-0. A lot of that time was played on the Wolfpack side of the field. Tell me, Matthias, do you prefer, I mean, your background in football, are you more of an offensive guy or more of a defensive guy?
I've always really enjoyed watching a good offense just click on all cylinders. I do appreciate a great defense for sure, and it's really fun to watch a team dig in, because defense can be fairly difficult if you're the one that's trying to figure out a way to attack the offense. But definitely in terms of watching the Canadian game of football, you see a lot of great offenses because of the wide open space, and with 2 downs to basically get 10 yards minus a risky third, you see a lot of teams go to the air to move the chains, and you see a lot of great passing attacks, and I must say it's really fun to watch.
I love both games, the NFL and the CFL, especially the women's Westerns here as well. The one difference I see between the American and the Canadian game is the amount of motion that is happening and occurring before the ball is actually moved. It's pretty impressive when you think about the amount of motion in the wider field given to the CFL. What are your thoughts on this year's Bomber team? Have you had a chance to check them out? Do you like the signings thus far? And do you think they have an opportunity to really go all the way?
Well, I think, Theo, as you've heard with the last few years, that the Bombers have always made an increasingly improvement each and every year, slowly inching forward towards that final goal of winning a Grey Cup after 29 long years within this drought. And I've really liked a lot of their offseason activity in terms of signings in the draft. I thought that they got great value with their first overall pick, and as well, home product Brady Oliveira should be a great addition to Canadian backfield, and hopefully he'll receive a lot of mentorship under Andrew Harris. And I really like the fact that they were able to bring back longtime Bomber player Chris Matthews, who is able to come back to the mix after playing in the NFL for the Seattle Seahawks, and hopefully able to pick up where he left off with his Rookie of the Year campaign in 2013 for the Bombers. Despite an abysmal season then at 3-15, he was able to be a bright spot for that offense for sure. And now with Paul Lapalisse back in the booth as OC and at the helm of the offense for the Bombers, hopefully him and Nichols will be able to really connect for a lot of scores and a lot of great offense for the Bombers this year.
Absolutely. I mean, Matthews is a huge sign-up for the offense. Talk about it last season prior, picking up number 4, Adam Bighill, and he was MVP on as he should have been MVP, I think, in the defensive side. MOP for sure for those Bombers, the CFL. You look at what Chris Matthews brings to the table, another wideout for another weapon on the helm for Nichols. Talk about Andrew Harris. I mean, a lot of that offense runs through Andrew Harris. And, 50% of players and people think we should stretch the field and we should go long. But when you think about time of possession and how Lapo really does what he does, his strategy and his forte is really marching the ball down the field. And then when that quick strike offense can occur to put 45 or 50 yards in the air, they do so. And Matt Nichols, as well as Strevler, both guys have great arms. I think Strevler's got a really strong arm, especially throwing in the wind. He really showed that last year. I think he's a good second stalwart. And I think they've got a great offense coming into the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I'd really have to agree on that one, Theo, as well. As you can see with the offense that Paul LaPolice has carried, especially in his previous tenure with the Bombers when they went to the Grey Cup. You could see that he was really built on a strong run game, as well as a quick passing and play action attack that would complement a good ground game, because it's especially important, as you mentioned, time of possession in the CFL, especially in a game which has different clock management than the NFL with the starting and stopping of the play clock. It's really important to maintain more of the possession than the opponent, as it may seem an obvious point, but still a key fundamental aspect of the game here, because when you control the clock in the CFL, it really makes a big difference down the stretch in terms of giving yourself the best opportunity to win and to put up more points on the board than the other team.
You're right. It is a direct relationship, time of possession, to winning games and losing games here in the CFL. I got to ask you this as well, Matthias. Considering we've already mentioned the fact that a lot of things are in motion, is there a reason why, receivers and weapons on the offense can't get open every single time, knowing they have that advantage of having that speed before the ball is even snapped? And secondly, is it because a lot of defenses just play more zone?
Well, I really feel like a lot of defenses are obviously having to adjust to the slot backs having advantages with their pre-motion or with their pre-snap motion. But obviously, a lot of defensive coordinators will scheme for more zone, and they'll stick with man coverage when they know that they're closer towards the goal line, because it's really tough once you get towards the end zone that you're going to have a little less room than you will when you're in the middle of the field. So it's really important, like you were mentioning, for defenses to.
So we're going back to play here now. 8:10 left in the fourth quarter as the ambulance makes a circle around the wagons, and we get the injured player off the field. It will be 1st and 10. I believe here. Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 47. The ambulance just leaving the zone here for a second. We'll finish off this game strong for both teams. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Fearless here. Looking to put a score on the board to break up the 0. After that little bit lengthy of a visit, here we go back to the action. Players in motion. Sawicki with the play. Gets the run play to Eggy. And she is met there by 2 Valkyries, number 55 and number 20. And that is Delaney Aiken with the tackle. She is joined there by Morgan Petipus. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12. Here comes Sawicki at the helm, still waiting for the snap and the pre-motion in the slots. And Eggy runs to the right this time, and she is tackled from behind yet again by number 33, Jamie Wingate. A 2-yard gain on the play.
It's going to be interesting to see here what Coach Berchinski is going to be looking for his offense to get going at this point of the game with just under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. You're going to want to see here maybe a bit of aggressive mindset to put some points on the board and to potentially make this a game before it's too late and they have to wave the white flag.
We do have another injured player on the field, number 50, Nicole Chimakora, one of the linemen here for the Fearless. Looks like she got twisted up and tackled on as Eggy was moving to the right there on that right side of the line. As we await the player to get on her feet there, as she's able to move hopefully on her own. 7:11 here left in the fourth quarter. And the player is able to get up on her own. Nicole's able to walk off on her own will.
That's a good sign to see, Theo. You definitely don't want to lose any more players at this point of the game. With the score as it is, you want to make sure that you maintain as much health as you possibly can going forth to the end of the game. And let's see what the Fearless got up their sleeve here on this punt, potentially playing it safe or maybe a fake, but we'll have to wait and see here as Dice awaits the snap.
Dice has had about 9 punts or 10 punts already. She's got quite the leg. Hopefully she can take this one and pin the Valkyries down into their territory. One of her better kicks of the afternoon. That's taken there by number 85, Kelsey Murphy. Kelsey tries to get to the close side here, and she's tackled there by the Fearless and Marissa Milani. The Milani sisters are both defensive backs and both do work on the special teams, and they're getting lots of play here this afternoon on both sides of the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 here at the 44-yard line for the Valkyries. Reed Thorstad still at the helm. She took over in the 3rd quarter, and she's been able to control and take on this balanced attack for the offense for the Valkyries, controlling a lot of run-pass option and throwing the ball quite well with a tight spiral, even though it's kind of east to west wind out there. Thorstad with the ball, looking for the throw again, and gets it up in the air, and it's there, broken up by Milani, number 8, the defensive back for the Fearless. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Valkyries. We'll see if they throw another ball here. Reed's actually throwing the ball quite well, as was Alex in the first half. And they're not doing so much of the run anymore. Looking to experiment as well as maybe try new plays, knowing that they have a 30-0 cushion in the 4th quarter here with time rolling down. 6:23 left in the 4th. Brought to you by Collins Motel down in Pilot Mountain, Manitoba, and Wisers. Thorstad with the snap and the running play to her sister, number 5. And she is tackled in the backfield by number 50, Nicole Chimakora. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. We're going to see the punting team here for the Valkyries. Rureva will be punting here. 3rd and 14 will be on the docket. Number 8 for the Fearless, Marissa Milani, back to receive the punt. Oh, and almost blocked. It got through the hands there. Maybe partially deflected, and out of bounds it rolls to the 46, 47-yard line, where the Manitoba Fearless will begin 1st and 10 here under the helm of Madison Sawicki, and looking for some potential points to break the goose egg. 5:50 here left in the 4th quarter.
So as you can really see there from that last drive for the Valkyries, it was definitely great defensive plays there by the Fearless to stop him, but we're going to see here what they have in store on offense to get some fight going back into them.
Sawicki get the ball and the pass off to Eggy. A bit of a hard run here as she mumbles and fumbles all the way to the 50-yard line, with a gain of 8 yards on the play is Hallie Eggy. She's gotten a lot of the play over the last 3.5 quarters here. It's only because they've stuck to the running game. That has been their play. That has been their strategy thus far. But not a lot of balls heading to the air. Ashanti Shovo's only got 1 catch on the afternoon and a couple of false attempts. Just a couple of ducks falling a little bit short from their receiver. Sawicki getting the ball. And there's Sawicki with the lead block, and she gets a lead block. Lots of room here to the short side. And she gets pulled down and taken down at the 43-yard line of the Valkyries. Looked like she came down with a bit of a jersey tug or a hair tackle or something. But
yeah, it was definitely a bit tough to see there for sure. I'm not sure if she got a bit of her ponytail or jersey, but great run. That sets up a new set of downs here just outside the 40-yard line at the 43, and let's see if the Fearless can keep this offense rolling on the ground.
It's been hard for the Fearless this game. They've only been able to get 3 or 4 first downs together, and they haven't been for long yardage. However, this one might be a little bit different. Eggy gets the ball again on the pass. Waits for the block and receives it. Gets down to the 35, where she is tackled there hard by a couple of Valkyrie defenders. It brings on 2nd down and short. Madison Sawicki, number 18, the quarterback, looking for some direction from her coaches there. She comes into the huddle to bring the play.
Yeah, at about 2nd and 2, Theo, you might see them go back again to the ground here, or maybe a bit of play action if they really feel like the Valkyries might bite on this one, but definitely their offense looking like they're rolling compared to previously in the rest of this game.
You're absolutely right, Matthias. I mean, that play action pass could be an option. Shovo gets the end around the quicks, and she gets a couple of yards, and she has enough for the first, I think. Or is she stopped just shy of it? We'll see where the spot of the ball happens. She had a lot of momentum, a lot of speed on that end around. I guess they call it that jet sweep sort of thing.
Yeah, that is definitely a jet sweep there, Theo. As you can see her getting the second pitch. So it's kind of an option play. You can either sweep or you can pitch left. And as you can see, Shovel sweeping out to the right there, able to get a yard or so. But now we got 3rd and short here in the Fearless. Obviously, as Coach Paczynski would opt, no choice. You got to go now. You're down 30-0. Got to put some points up if you're going to make this a game and affect the standings positively.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to end this game on a strong note. So Sawicki with the ball, fakes the hand, gets to Eggy. Eggy does get enough for the first down, and then some as she rumbles into the 30, past the 30, into the 24-yard line. With no laundry on the play, it should be a 1st and 10 for the Fearless as they march into closer to that end line for the Fearless to score that first touchdown of the game. They're running out a little bit of time.
That is the official confirming that it is officially the 3-minute warning. And with 2:49 left, we're going to see if the Fearless can hopefully go into this 3-minute drill and put up at least a major score here.
Sawicki makes the handoff there to Eggy yet again. A little bit of room on the left. She gets quickly and she finds the corner. And she's getting some speed and she gets inside the 10-yard line to the 9. And it will be 1st and goal here for the Fearless as they march closer and closer to that goal line. If they can break that plane before the game ends, a huge momentum for the Fearless. Putting up a major score, like you said, Matthias, would be a great beginning going into next weekend's tilt against their fellow rival, the Wolfpack, here in Winnipeg. That takes place June 1st at IG Field.
And at this point in the game, Theo, you might be thinking that they would try to put up a score but might not want to show too much, considering that this might be an opponent that they may face later in the playoffs.
Absolutely, that's true. Sawicki with the run to Eggy. Eggy gets in close, and she's inside the 5 to the 4, where she is met there by several Valkyries. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Coach Borszynski looking to call in the play. We don't normally see coaches come onto the field that much, but I guess in this area it's kind of safe, but also something to do when you're calling on that play into your quarterback about 60 yards away from the scrimmage line.
Yeah, that is true, and obviously you'll see a lot of offensive coordinators really like to get in there so that they can give clear signals, and we'll see what Sawicki's got in the shotgun here.
Sawicki with the handoff to Eggy. Eggy is hemmed in, and she goes absolutely nowhere. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a holding against the offense. That ball's going to come back.
I think I saw the coach signaling there to potentially actually decline that to make it a 3rd down, but we'll see here what, or maybe he's signaling back. Yeah, it looks like he is signaling to accept the penalty.
Yeah, in this scenario you want to accept it because it's further away from that end line and you don't want to have a major score scored on you, especially when you've blanked them for almost 4 quarters here, as the Valkyries have done. They've done a great job on defense. Stifling, fast, and sure tackling has been the 3 keys to this defense, for the Valkyries, and a couple of timely interceptions. I mean, there were a couple of 4 or 5 play marches down the field during the game, but it's quickly lights out as they were intercepted balls. Sawicki going to the air. She gets chased out of the pocket, and she is tackled for a loss, and it will be a sack as the ball was turfed down.
Well, it looks like a bit of confusion here. The officials were trying to wager between calling an incompletion or a sack, and it looks like they're having a bit of a discussion here.
They're trying to figure out whether or not it was actually a sack or an incomplete pass, or a potential down again. We're trying to figure it out here as we get closer to 2 minutes here in the 4th quarter. 2:02 left in the 4th. We'd like to thank, and we've got a grounding call here, I believe.
Yeah, intentional grounding is confirmed by the official. She wasn't out of the box, and as you could see, if she throws to an area where there was no receivers or eligible receivers, then you can clearly see that that's why the referee would call for intentional grounding. And
so we have 3rd down marked at the 20-yard line. 3rd and goal, if you still want to call it that, Matthias. And it looks like Brooklyn Dice is coming on to try a field goal here from about 25, 26 yards away. And she sits up with Milani, number 71, with the placeholder. See if they can get some points on the board for the Manitoba Fearless here. Ball is up, and it's blocked by the Valkyries. A great job to get through that line. Is the Green Machine, the front seven there, marching through the Fearless, getting their hands up high. Blocked by, I believe it was number 85 for the Valkyries, Kelsey Murphy. She gets her hands up high and is able to make the block. It'll be 1st and 10, and this game is pretty much done for the Saskatoon Valkyries with 1:55 remaining in the game. 30-0 is our score.
As you could see there on that special teams, there was a Buston blocking there, and you could see easiest way to block a field goal or punt right up the middle, north-south, and you could see her bust through the middle, and Dice had a good kick, but doesn't matter if you don't have the blocking, and great play by the Valkyries defense.
Thorsted gets the offense going here, get a little bit of high snap, and she gets taken out quickly, and Matheson gets tackled there as well right away with a quick loss on the play down to the 20-yard line. We're able to see 2nd and 15 for the Valkyries. We have a call on the field here. Oh, no call. The 2nd and 15 is the play. Timeout. Timeout is called on the field for the Fearless. Second and 15. Here is the call. Valkyries have the ball. Thorsted looking for the snap. Pass off to Sam Matheson, number 22. She's been chugging along all game and breaks through a couple of tackles. She's off to the races. Here she goes. She's running out of control. Down the field she goes, and she runs out through all of them. A beautiful run. Touchdown, Valkyries. Get her the oxygen, Max. She just ran over 85 yards for the major score. What an amazing job by number 22, Sam Matheson. She has been given the chance to finally see pay dirt. A great run and a great play throughout the entire game. She has stop and go, found the blocks, found the seams, and she's finally been rewarded with a major score. 36-0 is the score now, with the point coming afterwards. A great block to seal that end as Matheson was able to get to the close sidelines here. The ball is up and it's good for a single point. 37-0 is the score with 1:26 left in the game. The Valkyries putting up yet another 7 points, the first 7 of the half for the team in green.
Yeah, as you could really see there was a great blocking scheme, and Matheson hit the hole pretty hard, and as she went off the bottom end of her tight end, you could really see once she hit the hole, and she was about 2 yards even with that last defender, and the second the last defender had to swerve inside, it was really all over, and Matheson with a great run, and just really an exclamation point on this game here for the Valkyries this afternoon, and Fearless are going to have to look to regroup for next week and really be able to fix a lot of these holes in the defense and clean up their play on offense in terms of their own blocking scheme in order to shape up as playoffs are starting to roll around sooner than we may imagine.
This has clearly been the hardest opponent for the Manitoba Fearless in these short seasons. but nonetheless, you have to come prepared as Rev lets a short dribbler down the field go. And it's kept there by Chiovo. Chiovo's trying to get to the close sidelines here, and she does. Gets a bit of room, and she gets quickly tackled there at the 45.
Great run by Chiovo to shed a few tackles there. As you could see, a few defenders are coming really close within being able to bring her down, but she was able to outrun them and make something a bit out of a nothing.
With 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, we've got running time as the score remains 37-0. A couple of plays here, maybe for the Fearless as we go into the last minute of the game. Sawicki with the snap and the pass. It comes in. She halfway threw it, halfway didn't throw it. And therefore it's an incomplete pass. Upside down. Second down here in 10 as we get to the final minute of the game. I'd like to thank Collins here for the fourth quarter, as well as Super 8 West for helping us with today's game. Pass, handoff to Eliegi, and that will end the game here at the fourth quarter. The final 0 goes. The head official twirls out the laundry. That is the final here, 37-0. And we have my friend Matias Muy Bueno heading down to the field to make entrances with the Valkyries to hopefully get a couple of interviews with the winning team. 37-0 is our score here. The final at Maple Grove Park. A couple of cheers by the teams. Handshakes will occur here. Keys to the victory was definitely the play in the first half, making the opportunity of the offense and taking care of business. Was number 14, Alex Olsen. She's going to be our player of the game for the Valkyries. Led the team in that first half, gave them that 30-0 start, and quite frankly, from then on in, it was smooth sailing for the Green Machine from Saskatoon, taking on what should have been a lot closer of a game. However, like I said, Saskatoon just taking care of business on every format, the offense, the defense, and the special teams. They really hemmed in that offense of the Fearless. They weren't able to get any type of momentum whatsoever playing the entire second quarter on their end of the field defensively. And definitely to the drawing board it will be for the Fearless. They'll have to look into some potential game changes, as well as what is in store for them. A bit of a tune-up will be occurring June the 1st against the Winnipeg Wolfpack, who have yet to score any points in their early season, having gone 0-3 this year, losing 63-0 earlier today. And for the Valkyries, Valkyries getting together there, doing their post-game work, getting their post-game discussion there with their coaches. Number 22, Sam Matheson, the wonderful running back who was able to get that last score for the Valkyries. She'll be joining my friend Matias Bueno down on the field momentarily to discuss the game, as well as her thoughts on how well they played and how they played to control this game for the Valkyries. As mentioned, June 1st, the Wolfpack and the Fearless will take action at IG Field June the 1st. Also next weekend, we will see provincial rugby, men's and women's action at Maple Grove Park here in the afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, I believe. So it should be lots of action going on in the south end of the city. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Super 8 West, Call-Ins, Source for Sports on Pembina there, Pembina Source for Sports. We can't forget about our boys. They keep us warm all the time. That is the Backwood Boiler Boys the honest alternative to heating solutions for frigid Manitobas. That is the backwoodboilerboys.com. What else can you say? I mean, you got to give it up to both these teams. You hope that injuries aren't going to happen, but nonetheless, a couple of them did occur in the fourth. There was a lot of great play from both sides of the field, and the bottom line is these teams are looking forward to maybe playing against each other again come playoff time, as the Fearless will be hosting a playoff game June the 9th here in Winnipeg. The time and the opponent to be determined at a later time. We will have all that information to you on our shows of sisters and all of our action here on all our platforms here on ASTV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So thank you much for joining us. Stay tuned, please. Hopefully this roundup with the Valkyries will occur momentarily, and we can get Sam Matheson to join Matias Muy Bueno on the field with some closing thoughts. Stats, I mean, the Valkyries owned a lot of what was going on. There you go. So we have two wonderful ladies joining us. Number 2, Beth Lalonde, and number 22, lots of twos, Sam Matheson. We'll get it down to our good friend Matias Bueno and get his insight from the players on the field.
Welcome back to Amateur Sports Network. I'm Matias Bueno here with Beth Lalonde and Sam Matheson. How do you guys think this game went today against a provincial neighboring rival?
It was really good. We didn't know what was going to happen because they beat Regina, and that's something that has never happened before. So we're like, this is going to be a tough game, and it was tough. They gave us a good game.
What do you think, Sam?
I think it was a really hard-fought game. We didn't think they were going to come out that hard, but we were also prepared for it at the same time. We knew we had to fight back a lot, which we did.
What do you guys think one of the keys to the game would be in terms of succeeding against the defense and also against their offense on the flip side of the ball?
Well, just watching film helps a lot, making sure we know what they do and how we can actually defeat them the proper ways, go to the right spots. But that's a big thing, practicing what we see on film.
I totally agree. Watching their defense, they flow very, very well, and we were prepared for that. We knew we needed to make some good inside runs and just beat them wide. And also, the defense, our defense, did a killer job out there today.
What do you guys think was the key turning point of the game in order to really put a stamp on this game and put any doubt out of reach to make sure that you guys knew that a win was what was going to be the result of this game?
Well, getting up like that lead pretty quick in the first, I think it was second, like in the first half, getting that lead was really, really nice little cushion for us. So that kind of helped out. That's what I think.
We had goals set for the game that we knew we had to meet, and I think we met them.
Yeah.
Well, that's really great, and it's obviously great to see that you guys didn't miss a beat all game, and a shutout is obviously really important for the defense. And if there's anything you guys can look forward to with the game that you guys have next week against Regina, what's one thing that you guys want to make sure that you really do well in order to win?
We got to come out strong and aggressive, because Regina, they want it back, right? They're the reigning champs, so they're going to play hard. So we're going to come out strong, watch their film, and just practice hard this week.
We know their offense is really good, so defense is going to do the job they've been doing all season and stop them from getting those points. Offense is going to go around and get us a touchdown.
Well, that sounds really great, and I want to thank Sam and Beth again for being here on Amateur Sports Network, and we're going to get a quick wrap-up with Theo upstairs with the postgame show. I'm Matias Bueno here for the Amateur Sports Network. We're good.
Back live
Thank
up
you guys
here
so
at
much.
Maple Grove Park with the score 37-0. Matias Bueno joined by two wonderful ladies, the triple twos, Beth Lalonde as well as number 22 Sam Matheson. Sam Matheson, great job on the offense, running back. They had a two-pronged person doing their thing in the running back. Great stallions in the backfield for the Valkyries. We will see action next Sunday, June the 1st, when we have the Wolfpack taking on these Manitoba Fearless. And we have all that wonderful action for you as we take care. We'll like to see you later. Thanks for joining us here on Amateur Sports TV. I'm Theo Tutkaluk, joined by Matthias Bueno here at Maple Grove Park. We will touch base with you later on in the coming weeks. Stay tuned for tomorrow night. We'll be back with the Amateur Sports Show live from the hangar, 121 Scurfield, where we'll have Keith McKnight as well as Aaron Wilgosh talking to some people, baseball, rugby, and softball. Some karting, some little 8-year-old man is going to come on the ice. Love to hear what he has to say about driving. Hopefully he knows more about rubbing and racing than I do. Well, take care. Have a great rest of the afternoon this Sunday. Be good and be good at it. Cheers.